Last night, my estranged father drunkenly messaged me, my brother, and his new girlfriend, ranting about how disrespectful we are. I finally took the time to tell him what I think, and it feels fantastic. Here is that message. Hopefully reading this is half as cathartic for you as it was for me. Short backstory. My parents have been separated since birth, and I've lived far below the poverty line all my life. I haven't spoken to my dad since he let me stay at his place 5 years ago. I was 19 living on my own working a dead-end job, no money, no savings, no future. So I asked my dad if I could stay at his place in the city while I found a new apartment job. Things went south, and I haven't spoken to him since. He messaged me last night claiming I was a stoner. Must have heard me mention it online, calling me a bastard for trying to sell a PC case at a high price or something, some petty bullshit unrelated to him. He then tried to take it back, claiming he was taking the high road. The message, calling me a bastard and a pothead, is a far cry from taking the high road. You immediately took the low road when you messaged me. You don't have the option of the high road. If you have something to say to me, then put your money where your mouth is and say it. I'd be happy to talk or argue it out. What do you really think of me? You think I'm a fag? You think I'm a loser? You think I'm a piece of shit? Some stoner waste of space? I work my dream job that lets me do things and go places most people will never dream of experiencing. I have a fantastic girlfriend that loves me, great 2-bedroom apartment in a good area, a sweet pet, nice furniture, great friends, good relationship with most of my family, satisfying hobbies, and it's only looking up from here in terms of opportunities. If you want to be part of that, fantastic. If you're just going to drop into my life once in a while to F with me, then you can go to hell because I'd rather never speak again. I built this without you, and I can keep building it without you. When you let me stay with you, you actively hindered me in moving on with my life. Both times you said we would go looking for apartments. You won. Took me on a boat ride in 2, brought me to AF King MLM conference to try and get me to join Zija. Both times you lied and told me we were going apartment hunting, and both times you spent the whole time buttering me up to join your MLM. I had no choice but to play nice because I had nowhere else to go. In what world would I ever want to join your MLM? When I lived in small town with Mom, we were supposed to hang out and go see the eye sculptures, but things didn't line up and the day was cancelled. No big deal. I'm sitting in a coffee shop and get a text for you saying that you want to come see me on the way back from adjacent town, and that you have something to give me. I had no idea you were in adjacent town. Apparently you still went without telling me. I come to realize that you had gone to adjacent town anyway to spend time with girlfriend, even though we had plans to hang out. So you show up at the coffee shop, gave me a Zija sample, told me all about Zija and showed me a bunch of shitty Zija product videos. Then you left. You snubbed me, peddled your MLM to me, then left. Not long after we had plans to hang out for my birthday, you spent days in adjacent town with girlfriend, minutes away from me, and couldn't be bothered to grab lunch. I kept that Zija sample box unopened for years because I didn't know what to do with it. I finally threw it in the garbage not long ago, unopened, and it felt really, really good. When I was staying with you, you sat me down to talk about how antisocial I was being and how there was something wrong with me. I was applying to jobs, trying to find an apartment, and working on my portfolio every second that I was at your house. I ate my own food as often as I could because I didn't want to be a financial burden on you. I was desperately trying to get my life together before the $2,000 I had saved up in my bank account completely dried up, and the whole time you were nagging me on to join your MLM and pointing the finger at me as if I was being a greedy shit. Some dad, you told me to just get a job in a restaurant and join your MLM. When I finally got the perfect job working at a video production company, you didn't congratulate me. You didn't give me the slightest sense of pride or happiness. You told me it wasn't going to work out and I should just get a job at a restaurant. One of the last nights I was there, my girlfriend and I were in our PJs at the kitchen table eating supper, watching Netflix, and getting ready for bed. You were drinking and wanted us to watch Star Trek with you downstairs. We said we were just going to finish up our food and go to bed. Both of us had things to do in the morning. This wasn't good enough for you. After going back and forth about watching the movie, you leaned in right into my face and said, "You remember what I said?" I respond, "No. Don't wake the dragon." Then you stared me down on some insane F King power trip. I didn't say anything. You gritted your teeth. "Don't wake the F King dragon." Didn't I say that? Don't wake the F King dragon. You continued to stare me down. Then when you felt you made your point, went downstairs and blasted Star Trek. You left the volume up when we went to bed, knowing I was sleeping right behind the couch and had to do shit the next day. That was the night I decided I had to get out. Not long after, I settled on a place that was too expensive because I couldn't live under your roof. After that, Mom and older brother told me multiple times about your rants on how you wanted to F me up, find me, how if you ever saw me in the street you would beat my face to a bloody pulp. Once you said you were going to find where I work and beat the F out of me with a hammer. Very fatherly. Great dad move. I don't talk to you because I have absolutely no trust for you, and I would never be alone in a room with you. I appreciate everything you've done for me. buying me my first car and letting me stay with you. Great childhood memories of the mountains. You taught me a lot about being tough and getting shit done. I owe you for my work ethic, and it's a big part of why I'm successful today. I'm sorry about not talking to you sooner. I should have told you how I felt, and you didn't deserve to be ghosted. But I didn't know what else to do. I'm done with the finger pointing from you, the father constantly blaming me, the son, for things that happened when I was a kid. I was a kid. I shouldn't feel bad about staying at my dad's place for a few weeks. That you bought me a car. That's what fathers do. Where were you in other small town when we had no heat, no hot water? Another small town? Surviving off the food bank for years, wearing worn-out clothes that didn't fit, perpetually living as a poor kid, and the whole time you're giving me shit for being a little informant and blaming me for supervised visits. I was a child. Look in the mirror and ask yourself why things went the way they did. If you want to find me and kill me or something, go ahead. I literally can't stop you. You're bigger and stronger than I am. I wish we could hang out and go camping. I wish I could buy you a beer at my favorite spot. I wish I could rely on you for help when my car breaks down. But I can't, I won't, and I likely never will. All that to say, I don't owe you a thing, not even the dirt on my F King boot. So unless you want to talk to me for real, not some petty drunk rant at 2 a.m., then F off and F you.